Back, everybody. It's Ask the Expert with our good friends from AirZone joining us for the first time on the program. If you've got questions about the air quality in your home, your furnace, your air conditioner, all that sort of thing, give us a call, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Ottawa.morning@ctv.ca is our email address. Okay, we were talking about that particular filter, fellas, and we all know about the little filter that we slide in and out of the furnace every, well, you're supposed to do it a lot more often than the average homeowner.
Every couple months at least.
Yeah. I kind of try and do it now every 3 months, right? With the change of seasons or whatever. But this is different altogether. This system you've got over here, that's a filter right there I'm pointing at?
Yeah, that's a 6-month filter change. It's actually 5 inches deep. Your normal filters are 1 inch. This slides into this box here, and it's actually a 5-inch deep filter.
To be honest with you, the filters that I slide into my furnace every few months look like crap to me. They do.
Yeah,
I mean, you can spend up to what, $30 on these things?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still look at it as kind of flimsy for what a furnace is doing.
Yeah. I mean, once we get into indoor air quality, the furnace fan should be running in a continuous motion in your home.
Right.
We want air circulating. If you want to clean the air, then we're going to put something like this filter in there. And every 6 months, we're going to ship you a filter. It's going to show up at your door, and you're going to go, I guess it's time to change my filter, and you're going to go downstairs, you're going to open this up, and you're going to slide it in. And those service calls in the middle of the night are going to go away because you're going to know it's taken care of.
You're going to show me how to do it when you install this, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I like that, and it's going to show up when I need it.
Yep.
Well, imagine that. That's a good option for people. Now, let me ask you what the cost is to put this system in here.
This box installed with the ductwork is anywhere between $250 and $350, depending on.
Oh, so it's not that much.
It's not that expensive, depending on your installation.
Yeah.
And the filters are $45 for a replacement. So
and they last for 6 months.
They last for 6 months.
Keep that in mind.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And they're really good for your air quality, obviously.
Absolutely.
They're not this big.
Yeah, because they're 5 inches deep, they offer a lot more surface area.
Yeah.
So you could have a tighter filter with tighter woven and still get the airflow through it versus a 1 inch.
Right.
If you're stretching it out, you're getting 5 times the surface area.
Yeah.
So you can actually filter the air and still get the airflow through the furnace.
I mean, people are often amazed at when they pull that filter out, that skinny one, how dirty that bad boy is. Right, so think about the things that are going through your house and going through just your furnace.
We spend 75% of our time in there, and that's the air that you're breathing, right? People with asthma, people with allergies, those kind of things.
Really help.
There's other things that we can put in the ductwork that kills mold, mildew, eradicates bacteria. So for those kind of applications.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So this can have a serious impact on your air quality in your home. Okay, we've got a question now. Mike's on the telephone from Gatineau this morning. Mike, good morning. How are you?
Fine.
Good. What's your question today?
It's on a programmable thermostat. I have a Honeywell Prestige.
Yeah.
And it's on the installer side of the programming option. It calls for dual fuel upstage timer programming. And its default is set to 60 minutes. But I'm not quite sure what all that means. Like, I've got a heat pump with a gas furnace, high efficiency.
Okay, so you do have a heat pump. So your timer setting, they're most likely talking about your defrost mode.
Mm-hmm.
So often, obviously, when the heat pump is running, it can only run so long depending on the outdoor temperature before it starts freezing up. So if I'm correct here, the setting that you're talking about or is asking about is for your defrost setting. So you could have it, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and what source for whatever there.
Right.
So what you need to do is, obviously, every home is a little bit different depending on how your system is set up and how long it takes your system to actually defrost. So I'm guessing that's probably what you're looking at, or what you're seeing is it's probably asking you about your defrost setting and what setting you want it to be at.
Yeah, that's why I find it confusing, though, because it asks for 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Yeah, that's the default.
Well, it could also be, depending on every stat's a little bit different, it could be asking you for your runtime before defrost as well. You could be doing it in reverse, run 60 minutes of time before it needs defrost. Right. I'm not 100% familiar with all the lines of thermostats. Obviously, there's tons of them out there.
Right.
So sometimes you got to look at the manual and to decipher what it's asking exactly. But most of the time when it comes for timers and kind of things like that around heat pumps, you usually have to do with defrost.
Gotcha. Listen, the thermostat is sometimes a very confusing thing for people, the programmable one these days. As much as that is designed to alleviate some problems and make maybe your furnace and your whole system run a little more efficiently, oftentimes it's confusing for the average homeowner to look at it and go, what does this mean?
Yeah, most of the time with a programmable thermostat, you're trying to set it down at night, try to save some energy, conserve some energy.
Right.
So usually they'll set it back a couple degrees.
Right.
And then in the morning when you get out of bed, it's back at the temperature you want. And then when you go to work, you're spending 8 or 9 hours away from your home, then you'll shut it down again.
Lower the temperature, yeah.
You know, Mike was actually in some settings where, from an installer point of view, they're in that settings. You know, you should be sort of staying in the front,
customer settings.
in the front screen.
Yeah.
Set those up. If there are some issues in the background, then you know, call your person who did your original install, and then they can go out there and then see what's going on.
Yeah. What do I need to know about this this unit here, this air conditioning unit that's outside my home right now, going through the rigors of winter? Do I need to do anything to that before the warm weather approaches?
Well, you want to make sure that the coils on the outside are clean. If it hasn't been cleaned from the season before, often they get filled with like grass clippings, dandelions,
leaves,
dust, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, mine had a bunch of leaves underneath it, so I had to get down there and get that cleaned.
So you want to, if you're comfortable doing it yourself, you could garden hose it off, make sure it's clean. The cleaner it is, the more efficient energy savings you'll have. Otherwise, contact one of our your service provider, and they can come down.
Is it something that needs maintenance, like annual maintenance or that sort of thing?
Yes, it's recommended by the manufacturer that everything gets looked at least once per year. Right. We have manufacturers' warranties that need to be looked at, just like your car. You got to bring it in for regular maintenance. ACs and furnaces are typically looked at once a year.
Gotcha. We'll take another break, but we have one more segment where you can ask some questions of our guests here from AirZone. All you have to do is give us a call right now, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Do that right away, or email us or Facebook us, and we'll get your question on next here on Ask the Expert with AirZone. We'll be right back.
Shining bright like a diamond.